My Neighbor from Hell, part 30. It is crazy that this is still going on. I mean, trust me, I feel the same way. The locks have been changed. I received an angry text from Fred. And I think for me, I'm at a point where, and you know, this is probably very like millennial girl going to therapy of me to say, but fuck it, we're here. I'm gonna tell you. I was just really pissed because I was like, none of these guys are taking any accountability for anything. Like, here's Fred blaming me for his problems. Here's my landlord once again telling me, you know, if you're not feeling safe and you want to file a police report, go for it, but there's nothing I can do. Literally, he said that to me. And I'm just at a point where I'm like, okay, both of these men came into my life, took a giant shit, smeared it on the carpet, smeared it on the walls, and basically were like, have fun with that, see you later. At least that's how this has all been making me feel, especially in regards to my landlord, who never once was like, and again, I know he doesn't need to do this. I'm not owed this, okay? But it would have been really nice if he had said, you know what, Dana, I'm really sorry that I let this guy move in here. I'm really sorry for all you've had to put up with for the past 2 years. I made a bad decision. If he had said that to me, I actually would have been like, you know what, landlord? Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it. I'm venting because now this has become a therapy session, so here we are. But you know what? Whatever. That's how I was feeling at the time, and I was just feeling like really frustrated. But nevertheless, he's gone. I'm like, the lock has been changed. I'm never gonna see this man again. Like, I can now move on with my life. And you know, things are peaceful. Things seem to be going okay, or so I thought. So on Friday, October 18th at 7:37 a.m., I get a text message from Steve. He says, sorry to be texting so early, but FYI, he's back. Car parked out front with his shit all over the street. No idea what he's doing, but he did come on the property briefly and looks like he went into the laundry room. Not really sure what we do about this. I can see his car from my office window and keeping an eye on him. Seems to be packing and repacking his car. He just left. Weird. And I was like, oh my God, you should tell landlord. And he's like, what a maniac. And I was like, why is he still here? All of his things are gone. So what is he doing here? And he's like, I noticed that the clothing like hanging on the side of his car drying out. And it was my assumption he was using the laundry room. He continues, as I saw him walking from the stairwell when I woke up, he was giving the finger to his apartment window of all things. That'll show him. And I'm like, what the fuck? And again, I'm like, you should tell landlord. He ignores my text, LOL. And he's like, I was a minute away from calling the cops, but then realized it's too early for drama. Also, he clearly still has a key to the, and I say also he clearly still has a key to the laundry room. Then Steve says, I can't say for certain he went into the laundry room as I only saw him walking away from the laundry room, but with the hanging clothes, that's my estimation of his activities. Like, dude, laundromats exist. And I'm like, either way, he should not be here. And Steve's like, yes. Okay, and then Steve goes, his shit was literally all over the street, surrounding his car, boxes, etc. in the middle of the street. Clearly unhinged person. But yeah, packed it up and left. Is the laundry here free? And I was like, yeah, it is. And then Steve goes, that had to be it. But he rolled in at 5 a.m. and did his laundry. So once again, Steve texts landlord, tells landlord the situation. Landlord says the same shit that he said before. If he comes back, I told Fred that if he comes back on the property, the cops will be called. And this is really, really weird, but I noticed, and I think that this was just because he probably wanted to like dry them out, but Fred had left a bunch of his shoes in front of Steve's unit. And again, like I said, I think it was because he was just airing them out to dry, since I think he had used the laundry machine to wash them. Exhibit A. So the next day, landlord's ex-wife Brittany is back on property with a locksmith again, changing the locks to the laundry room. And she's just like, I honestly never even thought that we would need to change the locks to the laundry room, because like, who would do that? And I mean, in her defense, like, I never would have thought to have done that either. Like, that never even crossed my mind. But Fred would do that. More to come.